Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another video. I officially declared bankruptcy as I've just finished the Path of Vengeance. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I finished the Path of Vengeance, not the whole thing even. And I just picked up my 5-star awakening for Artag. Whether this was worth it for you guys or not, it all depends on how much you're gonna use Artag in the future. But the 5-star was basically a very good reason to push for it if you are using him a lot and if you want to use him basically for Ice Golem and Spider. That's where he's going to shine the most. Of course, the awakening will not affect him for the Spider, but I would say it's going to affect him for Ice Golem and Hydra, because you can give him some very strong blessings in there, especially the Brimstone blessing with the 5-star becomes much better. So I don't know. I don't know if this was worth it. Let me just show you on how much I've spent on this one. I didn't spend actual money, but I did have lots of saved up resources before this. I put in the amount of silver that I'm estimating that I've spent. I had 100 million when this started, and I estimate that I farmed about 50 million at least over the last week or so that I was doing this. If I show you guys, I was basically farming the Fire Knight. Did not buy any packs. I used up some gems I had and some of the energy that we get for free as content creators. We don't get a lot of energy, like 1,300, so that's not an insane amount. Then I did the Fire Knight tournament. I did about 30,000 points on this one, where I was averaging a good amount of points. I think per run I was averaging like 50 points maybe. So if I do some very quick math, guys, so 30,000 divided by 50, it might even be lower than 50, but let's say 50, that's 600 runs times by 20, that's 12,000 energy. Then if I divide that by 130, well, I'm not going to divide, I'm just going to insert this here. 12,000 energy is what I've spent here. So total so far is about $63. I want to say the 50 million silver extra that I've probably farmed was through items that I was getting while I was farming. So honestly, this should just be the flat 100 million, which I had when I started. Okay, so 100 million there, 12,000 energy. I want to say I've pulled like 4 immortal soul essences. Didn't buy them. Soul stones, I had them. One eternal one because I had enough of the currency, and I want to say about 30 mortal soul stones. Obviously these have a way higher cost than anything, so you didn't need to do these if you had the energy to to carry on farming. So in total, $143 worth. What's this worth for a 5-star? I can potentially say it is because it's a dedicated 5-star. So, well, on the one hand, what is worth it in raid, right, guys? Not so many things are worth it in raid, but it depends on how much use I'll find out of the champion. So for now, what I'll have to do is I won't be using Artag right away. Let me just show you why. Because potentially all of these awakenings that I received. So the 2-star I used it. But then the 3-star, 4-star, and then the 5-star, I will not use just yet because we might have a tournament or event in the future where you get points for when you're awakening a champion. And awakening a legendary champion gives you way more as a reward. So I can have a 5-star here, a 3, 4, and a 5-star here. So that could potentially give me lots of points for a tournament that might come in the future. So I have that advantage going for me, which I think is very beneficial going forward. But we don't know when exactly that next tournament is going to come. And look at that, guys. I'm back at under a million silver. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably what I will do is I'll do like a gear cleanse, a huge gear cleanse to my account. I've already did a little bit of a gear cleanse while I was searching for items to level up. It was very difficult for me to find items to level up because I mostly have leveled up already my items to 12. So I find some usefulness out of that, and then when I need to, I take them to 16. So I had to skim through all of the gear that I have. Look at how much gear I have, which is mostly at level 16. When I check the RSL helper, by the way, guys, let me show you. It's very interesting that you can actually see your own items here. Okay, and what you can do is you can if I add them all to queue, it says I've got 1,221 items, which is almost correct. Actually, I have 1,220. But anyway, what you can do is you limit here what levels you want to see. So let's see the level 16s that I have. And I have 784 items leveled up to 16 already. So it was very difficult for me to find items that I found were gonna be worth the level up to 16. And what about level 1s? How many level 1s do I have? It must be a very long one. I've got 3. These I must have missed because I would have leveled them up, honestly, at least to 12. But I must have missed them. I didn't do that many accessories, by the way, guys. Accessories are very, very expensive. I tried to push them a little bit, but this is where they get you in artifact enhancement, events as well. If you ever done a fusion and you were very low on silver, you know what I mean, right? You know that feeling where you're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have enough of the silver. I'll need to farm specifically for silver or just scrape my way through. Well, that's how it was feeling at the parts where I was finishing the 40,000 points needed for the 5-star. I was like, I can't go on accessories because these cost so much to level up and it's not going to be worth it. So I still have a lot of accessories left to level up. I can definitely go through and do a proper gear cleanse. I wonder if that will be an interesting video idea for you guys. If you would watch something like that, like a full gear cleanse is going to be long, at least an hour, I want to say, because this will be manual, not using RSL helper for this one. And just talking through my decisions when selling and what to keep and whether that is worth it or not for you guys to see. Let me know down below in the comments. I want to see your reaction. But yeah, even with this one, the 50% gear removal cost, I didn't bother removing gear because I was, again, so very close to the silver that I had. I of course didn't spend a lot of energy, didn't even manage to get first. The person here on my tournament got first with, I think, 96,000 points, which is insane. He must have been farming stage 25, I want to say, because he was gaining way more points than us. So I'm guessing he was farming stage 25 or normal instead of the hard mode. And hard mode for me, the first day my team was having some issues, but then I realized I need to drop a little bit of the difficulty, and I was farming stage 6 when I have where I have like a very, very strong clear time, about 2 minutes to 2 minutes 30 seconds, and also 100% win rate. While on 10, even though I have very similar time, it's not a 100% win rate. I'm guessing because of possible resist that might occur because of the very high requirements here. I just didn't bother. So what I think in the future is we're gonna have more of these. If they understood that the players out there really like to push for these, and they push especially summoning through soulstones, which is way easier, getting points through soulstones. This is like a spending way for players out there to get these amount of points. I think Plarium is going to push for more events. We had one for Razelvarg, we have one for Artag. I don't know if we'll have one for Gnut. All right, I don't know if we're going to have one for Gnut. I think we might have one, but it might be later this month, after the fusion, after the next fusion that is coming for the Void Clan Boss Champion. So I want to see on how people will react if that ever comes up, and if they're gonna feel the same way positive about Artag as they would be about Gnut. Artag was, by the way, like a champion that everybody has, for the most part, everybody that has participated. So having these as easy to access, honestly, was a very good move, because even a 2, 3, or a 4-star gives you a huge advantage in terms of the power boost that you can get to your champion. Of course, it's not the same as a 5-star, but just unlocking the 2-star means Brimstone plus the base stat, which I found very, very good and not that unreasonable to get just this amount, just here to the 2-star. Anything after that was just extra, you know? And if they give you the opportunity and you're gonna farm it anyway because there was the Savage 3x, then yeah, I'm guessing lots of people went ahead with this, and even the low spenders considered this as a great win, I would say. I don't think they were disappointed, at least getting the 2-star, which is how I think events in the future should be, where an attainable reward should be there, and the player should feel even rewarded with the lowest amount, which is the 2-star, right? And I think it is most of the time going to be about awakenings that you're going to have this feeling, because the awakening gives you that big boost at the, even at the 2-star. But with other events, I still think they can do it. They can implement even in champion training, where you have some attainable rewards here on the lower end of the points that still feel worth it and feel like you're not wasting your time for all their effort that you're putting in. But yeah, guys, what I will do now is go into recovery mode. I'm under 1 million silver. What we have to do now is we have about 3 days until the start of the next fusion, and I will be getting that champion. So it will be a little bit difficult for me to push, but I think I've got the gems for it, so I'm gonna be okay. My only issue will be the artifact enhancement events, where I'll need to actively be selling items and be prepared to push a little bit more than I'm used to in order to get the amount of points required for, well, the artifact enhancement. Anyway, guys, this was the video. Thank you all. I appreciate all of the support out there. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.